Thank you, Chairman Dunn. Ranking Member Brownlee, I appreciate it. The opportunity to testify here before the House Veterans Subcommittee on Health on this legislation. I introduced it back in March of 2018, H.R. 5413, the Improving Veterans Access to Congressional Services Act. Now, my commitment, as I believe every member of this committee has the same commitment, is to help the end user of the VA be served every single day with dignity and honor that they've earned, the best possible experience every day going through the VA. Now, I firmly believe that in order to understand an issue best, you have to be present to see that issue day in and day out. I also believe that our veterans have to know that we care about things before they really care what it is that we know about the issues that we have to deal with, and it's why I still do, and I always will get every bit of my health care from the Department of Veterans Affairs personally. It's why, as an incredible pilot program, we opened the first ever congressional office inside of a VA hospital, the West Palm Beach VA Medical Center, last year. This office, it is probably smaller than the table that our panelists sit at, but its efforts have been far-reaching and tremendous. Having this office, I've experienced the good and the bad firsthand, but I also get the opportunity to see what is working well and what is not working, hear it from our veterans firsthand on a weekly basis. By opening up this office, my staff and I get to see week in, week out the daily operations of our VA facility, walking in the door every single week, walking past the same locations every single week, past the same offices every single week. We interact with our veterans daily. We receive positive and negative feedback on the operations of the facility in real time. When common threads or issues surface, I address it immediately with the hospital administration, which they have appreciated the fact that many veterans share their experiences with me, knowing that I'm a veteran, knowing that I'm a member of Congress, knowing that they're heard at the highest possible level, and they appreciate having that information shared with them as the hospital administrators. Additionally, when veterans have negative personal experiences at our VA facility, they know that they get to be heard by their member of Congress immediately. They can see their representative on their turf, where they're comfortable, where they believe that they are in a safe location for them, and they know that their representatives and their members of Congress and their government cares. They cry in that office. They get a hug from their representative in that office. They know that they're heard. To provide a bit of background and context on this office, we opened it for the first time on December 18, 2017. I share this office with 3 other members of the Florida delegation, Representatives Alcee Hastings, Lois Frankel, and Ted Deutsch. We all hold office hours there now. I try to personally be in that office on Mondays before I fly up here to Washington so that I can be there personally with those veterans and get that one-on-one time with them to hear about whatever it is they want to speak about. In 9 short months, this office has held over 400 meetings with our veterans and their families and their caregivers and opened up nearly 200 additional pieces of casework. The office has allowed me to expedite the assistance that I provide to our veterans and improve their overall quality of service that we deliver to each and every one of them. I truly believe that every member of Congress should at least have the opportunity to open an office in their local VA. The more present that members of Congress are, the better quality of service that our veterans can receive. Now, since our office opened in the VA, I've been approached by countless other members of Congress looking to replicate these efforts. It took me 8 months of administrating processing from the date that previous Secretary Shulkin gave me the commitment that we could open this office until it actually opened. I was happy to be the first through this door, and the lesson that we learned about the process of opening this congressional office in the VA should be simplified and institutionalized. That's why I introduced the Improving Veterans Access to Congressional Services Act to pave the way for our colleagues to open up their own VA offices, their own congressional offices inside VA medical centers, and together we do what we do. We work to improve our veterans' access to us, to health care, to every service that it is that they need across the country. This legislation, it requires the Secretary of the Veterans Affairs to permit the use of VA facilities by members of Congress for the purpose of meeting with their veteran constituents. Additionally, it requires the Secretary to establish a standard operating procedure to facilitate and expedite these requests inside the VA facility. Chairman Dunn, Ranking Member Brownlee, and members of the committee, I appreciate the opportunity to testify on this legislation. Thank you.